Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I hope you are all having a wonderful week with whatever you have planned. So in today's video I am doing a spooky house. As next month is spooky season month, which means Halloween. Let me know in the comments down below what you are up to on Halloween, or if you have any Halloween plans. I think personally it's not too early to get excited about Halloween. We literally only have a month and this month is currently flying by. I hope I'm not the only one that thinks that, but I think this year has gone really quick and this month has gone very quick as well. This build did actually take me quite a while to finish. I did do another house, but I personally didn't really like it that much, so I decided to build this spooky house. Now this is my very first big build that I've actually done in The Sims 4. Normally I would build a tiny home with one floor, but this time I decided to do an upstairs and a downstairs, so you can have multiple Sims living in this house lot. Building the actual house itself, as you can see, I was struggling here, but it worked in the end somehow, which I'm quite happy about. This video has also taken me quite a while to edit, so if you can kindly just take a moment and hit that subscribe button, I would really appreciate it, because I did put a lot of effort and time into this build. I always put time and effort into each of my Sims builds. For the outside of this house, I was really unsure of how I wanted this house to look like and the style. I do change a few things to the outside of the house quite often throughout the speed builds. At the front of the house I do place these really large windows, and I also replaced the previous windows with different windows because I just thought it looked a lot better. And I did actually change the whole theme of the house, so everything you'll see now will change. I went with like this weird green colour and it did not match the house colour at all. It just looked awful, and I was just like, as I was like editing this, I was like, what was I thinking with the colour? The colour choice is not the best, but I did just go back and did a whole house the same colour, so it didn't look as weird. So don't panic, I did go back and change that. I placed down different trees and plants at the front of the house. I just thought it looked really nice, so I went ahead and just placed different trees and plants. Before I forget to mention, in this house I did every room a different Halloween wallpaper. I didn't want to keep using the same colours in my build, so I wanted to change it up a little bit. Also, I did use the paranormal stuff pack and also the spooky stuff pack in the Sims 4, but with some of the furniture that I used in the build, I did end up using different variety of furniture, so I used different expansion packs and other packs. Now I've done the outside of the house, I'm now moving on to the inside, and I've just placed down the lights and also the flooring. And now I'm just trying to work out where I want stuff to be. I was gonna building like this walk-in sort of closet area to like store coats and that, but then I scratched that idea and just placed the stairs. And where I got that idea from was from a video I watched by Sid Mac, and that's where I got the idea of the closet thing, but I decided it didn't really work in this build, so I just changed my mind. Also, I hope you guys can't hear the rain from my microphone, because as I'm editing, it is currently chucking it down with rain all of a sudden, and it was also hailstorming earlier, so hopefully it didn't pick up on the mic, but if you can hear any of that, I do apologise, but hopefully you can't hear any of it. So here I am just working on the bathroom, and also I decided to have the kitchen area over this side. To be honest, I really wasn't too sure where I wanted the rooms to go, so this did take a while for me to like figure out where I wanted stuff to be and how I wanted the bathroom, or where I wanted the kitchen or living room. I put a spare bedroom in the downstairs of this house because I wasn't too sure what else to put down there, and I just decided to do like a bedroom downstairs. If you would like to change anything about this house, you can download this on my gallery. My gallery is Brookesimsie, and you'll find this build under my profile. As we are getting closer to the Halloween season, I will be doing more autumn builds and spooky builds. It was also very hard matching the colours with the rooms, so like if I had an orange room and then the blue room opposite, I tried to make sure that it all matched pretty well, so I did change my mind with the wallpapering quite often because I just wanted to make sure it all matched and it looked the best that it possibly could look. I must admit, I didn't really like the woods that I used for the bedroom. It just didn't look nice, and I just changed it to like different style because I really didn't like the wood. Whilst I was working on this bedroom for the downstairs as like the guest bedroom for like when people stay over, like family or friends come over and just hang out, I really didn't know how I wanted this room to be like, so I did actually end up building like a walk-in closet type thing. It's not really a spooky thing, but I added it anyway because I just wanted to have a walk-in closet, I guess. So I'm just working on that, and I did try and add like red and black theme for like the wallpaper, so it didn't look completely weird, but I don't know how I feel about this closet looking back. I think it's okay. I'm not too sure though. I wish that I put like a computer or something in there just to like make it match with the bedroom itself, because the walk-in closet, it looks okay, but it just feels like it's a bit random, and I don't know what made me put in a walk-in closet. But I guess that we're gonna have to make do with it now. But let's just imagine that it's like a computer and a PC area instead. I think that would have looked a lot better, but we're just gonna roll with it. The walk-in closet actually took me like half an hour, even though in video it makes it look like it's only like 5 seconds or like a minute. But it definitely didn't take that long. It took longer than that, and it took like half an hour and I needed to move on to the bedroom because the darn closet took ages, and I needed to do something with the bedroom because it was looking a little plain and boring. So I decided to add some photo frames and also some black shelves and some Halloween candy and a little privacy area, so maybe the Sims can eat their candy in private, I guess. I don't know what my thought process was with the mirror, but I just thought it matched well with the room and I wanted to put it in there, so that's what I did. Where there's a little gap in the wardrobe, I totally forgot to put some clothes on there. So I mainly focused again on the closet, no surprise, but I did forget to put some clothes where the emptiness of the wardrobe is, like the whole area. So let's just also imagine that there's like a stack of clothes there. I must say it was very hard to find items to put on the shelf. This did take me a while to choose items that will actually fit on the shelf, but I did find some pretty cool items. And then I just moved on to the bathroom. Now, because this is a spooky house, I didn't want it to look like an ordinary bathrooms like the ones that I normally do on The Sims 4. I wanted to make it look spooky, and I think I did pretty well with the bathroom and making it look kind of haunted. I mainly went with black for the bathroom just to make it look more spooky, and I added in like this plant. I don't know why, it was pretty random, but I added it anyways. And then I just moved on to the kitchen, which I found quite hard to do because I had to find certain curtains to match with the windows. Luckily I did find these curtains here that I am using. I didn't really know what sort of aesthetic I wanted to go for in the kitchen, but I decided to go for like black colour for the kitchen because I thought it matched with all the other furniture that I've used in other rooms, so I decided to go for black. And I also put in some shelves. I really do like these shelves that I'm currently using. I use these quite a lot actually. I do want to get some more Sims 4 packs and like kits in that because I don't have that many. So I would like to get some more so I can add some more building bits inside my builds, and then I can have some more clutter and stuff in the future of my builds. Now this kitchen was kind of small. Well, it was actually a very small kitchen to work with, but I just put in the oven and that, and then I put in some kitchen essentials, like a few items in there, and the fridge, which is number one essential in a kitchen. Then I placed the dishwasher, and I wanted a coffee machine in this kitchen, and it was also difficult to place items on the shelves in the kitchen as well. Like there's not many items that you can place on the shelves, or maybe it's just because of the like packs that I have. Maybe a few of the items just can't be placed on the shelves, and maybe some can in other packs, if that makes sense. I think that's probably what has happened there. Oh my goodness, this very bright orange sofa looks kind of cool. I decided to put it in the living room because I thought it matched really well, and I also wanted a bit of orange in the house because it just had red and black I wanted like some colour, so I put in bright orange rug, which is a pumpkin, and then I put in orange sofa, and then I put in some black furniture. I put in like black table, black mini little sofa. I used the same lights that I put in the bedroom, and then I just put like a unit and a display shelf. I wanted something different because I normally just do the same thing for like my living rooms, and I just wanted this house to be something different instead of doing what I normally do and like add in the same furniture that I normally add in like certain rooms. I just wanted to be spontaneous. Wow, that was a very big word to use, but I just wanted this house to be different than my other videos that I've been doing. I just don't want to always go for the same thing. I want it to be different. On this display, I wanted to put only spooky things on it because I just thought it would look really cool if I just put spooky stuff on the shelves in the living room. When I went to the lights, I saw like this really cool little candle set with like houses with RIP on it, and I believe I used them at the front of the house, and I wanted to add it inside the house as well. I also tried to add like cool lights, but then I didn't really like it. But then I had this idea of placing spiders all on the doors. I thought it actually looked pretty cool. So then every time your Sims like enter the house, they're always like, oh my gosh, spider. But then they realize that it's just a decoration and there's nothing to be afraid of, even though they are petrified of spiders. Or maybe when your friends and family come over into this house, you can scare the life out of them when they see the spiders all over the doors. I don't know, I just thought it was a good idea to place the spiders on the doors. I now finished the downstairs and I moved on to the upstairs. Now, because I put in like the walk-in closet for the downstairs guest room, I was originally going to put an office up here, but I did change my mind and do something else, which you will see in a little bit. Then I just placed the doors on the rooms and I focused on this room first. Now, I didn't have a lot of orange in the house like I said before, so what I did was I made the toddler's room orange. So I put in like 2 bunk beds because there could be 2 brothers that live in the same room. And because this is a spooky house, like I said multiple times in this video, but I wanted to have like another room that was like all science experiments and just a bunch of like cool spells or something in that room where the children can like experiment, or like the mum and dad. I just thought it was quite cool and it definitely screams Halloween. In this build, I was imagining that we had 2 kids that live here and then their parents, the mum and the dad, but I was basically thinking that the 2 brothers could be like really, really close, and they're both like similar ages, so we could have like one's maybe 5 and then the other one's 6. They both grow up in the same room, in the same house, and they're always attached to each other. So if one of the siblings was to go downstairs, the other one would follow them downstairs. We're gonna call these 2 brothers Jack and Robin. Those 2 are the 2 boys that live in that room. I will talk about the parents in a minute, but I just want to talk about this room here that I'm currently working on. This was a room that I was originally going to turn into an office, but I turned it into like a library of like spells. We can imagine that the books are like spells and like wizardry stuff. I just thought it was a pretty cool idea, so I put books in there instead of putting an office. Moving on to the parents. So I imagined that the parents can be both scientists, and then the dad, he's very stubborn is the word that I was looking for, and he's very evil, and he's mischief. He gets into a lot of trouble and he never follows the rules. But then we have the mum, who is a goody two shoes, and she's like an angel, and she's always doing good to the community, and she's just a good overall sim in general. She's always polite, kind, caring, always looking out for others, helping others. But then the dad just has a dark demeanor around him. He just has very dark energy. Let's just say no one in the neighborhood particularly liked the father of this family, but they all love the mother and the two boys. I was thinking that the dad could work long hours at the science lab, and he became obsessed with making like love potions and other spells, but mainly like dark spells. Maybe the father wanted to summon something really evil, and the mum noticed that he was staying after she left the science lab, which she found unbelievably strange for him to stay behind, and she got really suspicious. One night when the father came home, he wanted to do a seance in the living room to summon a dark entity into the house. The mother thought that he was doing science work, like from the work that his boss gave him, but really what he was doing was looking through spell books and like dark magic books, but he just didn't want to do it at home. The father came home one night and he set up the seance room in the living room, and the mum was just upstairs. She heard him come in, and she was upstairs with the boys and sorting out the laundry in their bedrooms because they are both very messy toddlers. The father then approached the living room and he got out his spell books, and then he sat down at the seance table and he basically summoned some entities, and then the house became haunted, and that is why it is a very spooky house, and no one particularly likes this house. But the mum and the two toddlers were scared out of their minds, and then the family basically just ended up living with a bunch of ghosts in their house. Well, that was a very exciting story about this gameplay with this house that I just randomly made up. But I hope you guys enjoyed that little story time, I guess, about this house, and I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I will see you all in my next one. Bye.